So we're gonna hop over to King Richard, their last game. 22 left. He's on 10. Well, he's dead. But I mean, they're gonna need a banger, right?
Well, I'm thinking of where this circle is. This was not a banger.
Yeah.
Like if they, this had to go through downtown, right? I don't think we've ever had a rotation out here that's been a huge one.
No, we don't.
And I'm probably exaggerating, but usually when you have that rotation through downtown, like it slows the game down quite a bit.
Yeah.
I mean, they're sniping.
No, not at us. That's not us. That's other kids.
Yeah, let's say 11, 10.
They're definitely sniping me.
Wow, so Nick and Co just clutched. That was fun.
Fucking that chalk the fucking ghost. I don't have ghost anymore.
Yeah, because you think about it.
No, I got the.
Well, I guess they still could have done it with second, but if they got third, they might not have had enough, right?
Yeah.
No, if they got third, I think they would have had 95. They would have been like one short.
And all your and some AR.
Oh, so they shot up to fourth. So Nick's in fourth right now.
I honestly thought that was somebody too.
Well,
So they made top 8.
We were talking about 96 for the bubble, and they put in what, like 10th more than that. So now what? We're hearing
Vic's in 8th.
Star Wars, Jukies are 8th, and
Yo, look,
King Richard's team is 9th.
It's a free team cross.
They're actually okay. Well, I thought it might be sealed. It sounds like it just created even more chaos because they jumped up
All right,
so
go to
high.
Go to work. Look at this work. Look at this work. He has a team crossing.
One more. On me.
Yeah, we
Dude, this is wild, bro. Because the first 2 gauntlets were not like this, dude. There are just so many good teams right now.
Yeah, I don't remember it being this way. In the sense of this many teams in the hunt at the end.
No.
Oh,
Go to that. Just go guys. Go guys.
well,
The drop shot.
Yeah, and I gotta think if Blast can't clutch this, that's
Don't talk.
I would
They're out.
think they're out of the top 8, yeah.
Yep.
Considering they're in 9th now. And I mean they might be screwed regardless of how many people are left, but oh, he has enough for all 3 though. Okay, well that's huge.
Does he?
I think
Oh, yeah, he does. Okay.
You land on loadout.
I'm landing on my loot.
with $100
Land
to
on you
spare.
too. There's a bunch of people there.
Yeah, they got loadout as well.
I'm coming to help.
Basically right now, guys, we're just trying to
kill.
follow all storylines we can to see what the top 8 is going to be. Then,
All right, there's kids on
yeah,
me.
just a quick break before we get ready for bracket plays. They run the numbers and see where everybody's at, and that's when I'm going to find a way to order chicken fingers, even if I have to make them myself.
I knocked 2. 2 knocks. 2 knocks.
Oh, nice shot.
I got 2 knocks.
Blue, chill, man.
I know, you're
pumped up.
Flying in.
Lou's excited, man.
Dude, I get it.
He's got to love him.
I do love him. I love him a lot.
I see them.
He's chilling with me.
I got to reload.
That guy just fall to his death. Or wait, wait.
I think so. I think he did.
Run here. Live marker.
There's so many little ridges and stuff out here. Like the circle seems so small. Oh, did what just happened to his 2 teammates?
Good one. I didn't know there was another one here.
How many's left?
Oh, he's on 16, right?
Oh,
I
there's
mean,
a team here. Knocked him.
dude, this sniper's been clutch.
Yeah. It has its moments, man. You get a good position with it, and I mean, it's really only good when teams are focused on other people. Like when people are focused on fighting your teammates or fighting other teams, it's incredible. It's just when you're getting focused by Graz that you might as well throw paintballs at people.
Can you hear me? Yeah. My bad, bro.
I mean, that's why he picks up the Gra, right?
Yeah, everybody has to rotate.
Well, yeah, because that's almost the scenario I was talking about earlier. Like now that's 2 people left. Well, there's 3 teams, only 5 people, so they at least don't have to worry about like a 2v4 or anything. So it's not as big of a deal. I saw the red truck in the storm for a second. And I was like, what?
I beat one.
Yeah, what's going on here?
Guys rotating.
Someone's just going for a last-ditch miracle, you know?
Yeah.
No, he's rotating now.
Thing now.
That player's self-resed.
He's getting shot at by the other team.
He's probably done.
I think the 2 teams are fighting each other. This is about as good a position as they can be, and they're going to get the win with not having to do much. I think Twerk gets one of those final ones, but
Oh.
how big was it?
Good fucking job, man. Oh my god, bro. Why
Can't really tell.
Yeah, I mean, as we saw the 13, and then I think King Richard had somewhere in that ballpark as well, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
Not sure. Yeah.
All right. Well, we can't see that score, but we're going to, I think, just hop to us for a second here and wait for kind of our production team and the admins and everything to see where everyone's at score wise, make sure everything is consistent and official, double, triple check everything. And what's up, Lou? How you doing, bud?
Hey, say hello. Yeah, good boy. You ready for bracket play, dude? Yeah, he's pumped.
My
He's
instinct
pumped.
was to bark just now for some reason for him.
Yeah,
But
you're about to bark. Well, bark at him. Yeah, go ahead.
he wouldn't even hear that. Put the headset on him.
That
was the worst
hold on.
part.
Who's there? Who's there?
I said it were like a bird. I don't even know what that was. But all right, we're waiting to find what our final 8 teams are going to be. We're about to get into bracket play. It's going to be 3 rounds. Well, basically one team on one team matchups as we get down to a champion. But it's about to get intense. It's about to get crazy. And the only way that I can get ramped up and twisted for these final moments is through ordering some chicken fingers. So we're going to take a quick break. I need chicken fingers. We'll be right back as we figure out bracket play. Hello and welcome back. It's the MFAMGaunlet. It is the finals, and we have gotten down to our final 8 teams. Joe, that was one of the crazier finishes I think we've seen coming out of a kill race into a bracket. It was nuts.
Yeah, I think the last couple gauntlets that we casted, it was a few teams that were really fighting for the last spot, and really going into the last hour, I think we had a good idea who's going to make it. But this time, it was every 5 to 10 minutes, the scores were coming in, leaderboards were updating, people were replacing their last scores. We saw Nick and Co go big, right? They put up some ridiculous amount, right, to get themselves into the top 8. But yeah, man, it was a crazy last hour or so.
It was. And now we have the leaderboard in the bracket ultimately to go through. Let's first take a look at the leaderboard so you can see how everything played out, where your favorite team finished. I know there were some incredible results, some disappointing results, kind of all over the map. But I guess, Joe, what are your big takeaways from this?
Aiden's team, first of all, were their lowest was like a 92 or something. I mean, they were just consistent. They had like 5 good games, I think, with like 30 to 45 minutes left. Like they just fried. Blues team, I think Clutch Belk, they put up the biggest game throughout this tournament. Insane stuff. For Karma, just yeah. I mean, we were like, hey, you see who's in second right now? It was Karma and Co. So for those guys, but then you see from really A through what you could go all the way down to 16th. I mean, it was about a 30-point difference, which was just insane. There were so many teams who, if they have 1 or 2 better games, they could probably be in this elimination bracket.
Yeah, no, it was complete and utter madness, and we're just waiting to get the matchup stuff finalized so you can take a look at how this is going to play out. But it's another impressive showing for a team that comes through the qualifier as well. Snipes and those guys, they qualify through this third tournament, and they were sitting in first for a while, but they end up
they had 200-point games right off the start, and I think I was like, whoa, who the heck are these guys?
Yeah, and then one of the better moments, I think, is probably Nick MERCS' squad clutching up. I think we hopped over them a little bit after, like, I guess the time it ended. They started it a bit before, the final moments, and they're able to clutch up, drop a what was it, 100 and no, how many points they ended up getting?
It was like 105,
106, some of that ballpark, and they're able to get in there and take it. But there's some notable teams that didn't make it too. You think of Vicstar squads and how much he's won in Warzone Wednesday. Symphony. When you think of like top European talent, you think of Vicstar's crew. When you think of top North American talent, you think of like Huskers and Symphony. So some of the best players in the world weren't able to make it out. It's kind of nuts.
Yeah, and I think that's just due to like the 16 KD, right? Just switching up those teams. Another team we had a lot of fun watching was Tariq Cohen's team. I mean, they finished 13th, 397, but we always talk about the athletes showing them some love, right? Just the fact that they're participating in these are awesome. But him and his team were fighting for a top 8 spot all the way until the end. So major props to him and his squad. And yeah, dude, it was just a ton of fun to watch.
But now we get into the wild portion of this. This is where each team is facing off in a bracket. So now we kind of changed the format entirely in a way. It's not the kill race anymore. They're just going to play 2 games. They're dropping in advance twice. It's going to be the total kills plus win bonus. Whichever team has the most will move on within this bracket. We'll have 3 rounds of it. So we're basically have 6 total drops in Riverdance for the most part as we go through this. So join us for the next approximately 3 hours or so as we crown a champion. But I'm hoping we have some nail biting games, because I think like last time, well, that's the craziest kill race finish we've had. I'm trying to remember last time if there was anything nuts that went down in the bracket where it was like really, I think when we really
explain like wager format, right? When it's just like 2v2 within a group of 4, I think what you and I were expecting was like, you just can't have a bad game, right? Like you can't allow the team to get ahead a full game, but that really didn't happen. I think that happened like once in a semi, maybe. For the most part, everybody was completing games. They were winning. They were getting top 3. It was to the point where 10 to 20 points was really the difference maybe after game 1. And that's not a huge deal. So it's just going to come down to really who can find those most kills, who can win the game. So should be fun.
It changes a little bit because your mentality when you have 3 to 4 hours to play, you can split. You can be a little bit riskier. You can go for these big games,
playing for the win, right?
Yes. You've got 4 people playing together, just trying to go for the W. But as soon as we have kind of our matchup graphic ready, we'll show you how this is going to play out and who's going to be going up against who. And Oh, also, yeah, I mean, Blues team too made that huge skyrocket towards the top because they were
Yeah.
we highlighted them as like a bubble team in 10th or something. Then next thing you know, they bump up to second or whatever it was with that massive game. But I think we got the bracket ready now. So let's actually check out the bracket, how this is going to play out at single elimination as these guys go through it. So here is your single elimination bracket. We're going to have Aiden versus Cap's team, Attach versus Snipes team, Blue versus King Richard, and Nick Mercs going up against Karma's squad. So that is how it's going to go down. I don't know. If I have a favorite. I guess you would say Aiden with how consistent they were, but anything can happen in this format.
Yeah, I think it's interesting, right? Like Attach versus Snipes, both of those teams are qualifiers. That's qualifier number 1 versus qualifier number 3. So an interesting matchup right there. Team Blue versus Team Richard. You know, we saw Blue and his team get into this position last tournament, but it feels like with Belk on the squad, they can do some damage, right? But it seemed to be like they had a 100-point game or like a 50-point game, right? That when we were watching them, and in King Richard, that team is just loaded. So if they go into this and, you know, they didn't get top 4, but they got top 8. They put themselves in this spot. They have the talent to go off.
Part of me, I find myself rooting for Karma's team because he's playing with Holly, his wife. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I just didn't like Holly's nasty. Like I've seen her clips and like when she would play wagers and stuff. Like she's really good, but like I guess I just didn't have as high of expectations as I had for some of the other teams because you know how Karma is.
I would say that if this wasn't Nick's tournament. So I'm Team Nick right now, bro. I'm trying to keep doing this.
No,
I'm having fun with this.
Yeah, no, I would love to see Nick obviously make a run and win this because. Wait, because he didn't make it into the bracket last time. They fell a little bit short, right?
No, and then Evan's going for 3 in a row. Don't forget that. That's
true.
one of the big stories. Is Evan? I think is the only one going for 3 in a row.
The only one left that's going for it. So it's me, Nick, Merc, Swag, Super Evan, and Elite trying to get this done. Man, I didn't realize. I don't know. Did you mention this earlier? I didn't realize Elite was like he's like Nick Mercs' assistant and tech guy, like a longtime friend back from the Gears days. I didn't realize that. So
he played Gears too. Yeah.
No, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, we'll see if they can do it. We'd like to see Dad make a run at his tournament. That would be very, very cool to see. But it is going to be an interesting matchup against Karma's squad to kick it off.
Yeah, should be a fun one. And then Team Aiden versus JCap's probably the one we didn't talk about. I mean, Team Aiden were just so consistent putting up bombs.
All right. Well, I think we're just at this point. We've seen the leaderboard. We've seen how the bracket's going to look. It's just a matter of waiting for these teams to hop in and start competing. We'll wait for the go ahead. And as soon as we have gameplay, we'll get right to it. Hopefully, they're going to be starting here shortly. The last 10 to 15 minutes was really just double and triple checking where everyone sat because I think it came down to like a 1 to 2 kill separation between 8th and 9th. So that's what took a little bit just to make sure everything was absolutely correct and nothing got screwed up for sure.
Yeah, I mean, so many little points. That's the difference between getting to this. Like we saw, what is it, 2 points? So yeah, they're just making sure everything's okay. But pretty soon we should get right into it. Should be a ton of fun.
Yeah, well, so how it'll work? I mean, it'll be a little bit easier to follow once we get down to 4 teams than 2 teams. But we'll do our best to kind of hop between these 4 different matchups and show you what's going down and see who's going to take it. And some of these, I mean, last time I don't know. Well, we'll see how it plays out. Sometimes there's going to be like a blowout in the first game. Someone might die early, and then it's not much of a story. And we'll try and highlight the ones that are going to be a little bit crazier. But I'm hoping for some nail-biting finishes, some drama, because that's everything we got in the kill race. But for Dance today was, I don't know, man. It was weird because you and I play this game every day. I play this game 12 plus hours most days, and I don't know. I feel like it's been a long time since you and I have dropped in and said, "Oh, we got the lobby."
Yeah, I mean, when I saw someone put up 102 kills or whatever the hell up what it was, I was like, it's a bot lobby, bro. Like I've been playing scrims. I have been hopping on and scrimming each night, going into 4 draws. Like we definitely saw some lobbies where I don't think people knew where they were on the map. So we'll see what happens though.
But for that like same team, we also saw them struggling to even win games and getting into those sweaty lobbies. But those like regain type lobbies where you can just fly through and fry, I feel like they've been gone for a few weeks. But some of them appeared throughout the course of these last 3 hours because there were just some numbers put up that far outweighed anything we've seen. It's just I think you and I didn't have that expectation just based on what the game has been recently. But people did it. Now, obviously, there is some wild talent participating in this thing, but I don't know. I'm excited to see how this wraps up, and then I guess hell, even more excited to see what changes tonight. Because I mean, I've read some of the notes on what's going to go down, but we'll see how it affects things going forward.
200 player lobbies. People are about to
wasn't
be
that the rumor?
Eating.
Wasn't that the rumor when the game was first, like when info was first leaked, that it was going to be 200
I think what probably devs do is just test it, right, to see how can it perform, how can the servers perform, and maybe they thought it was good enough, right? So we'll see, because I don't know. There's definitely been I have some server concerns myself, but we'll see what happens. It should be a ton of fun.
What do you mean?
It's going to be insane.
They don't get better when you add 50 more players?
No, they don't. No, they do not. But Superstore is going to be awesome. That place is going to be insane.
There are times it already seems like a third of the lobby is there. So yes, I don't know. I might not even be dropping there anymore. It might be drop somewhere a little bit safer, get loaded up, then try to drop the bombs. I don't know. We'll see. But we're going in with Dad. Nick MERCS' squad is ready to go. We're going to take a look at their round 1 matchup. And do we have, Joe, in one of our documents here, the bracket, so we can keep an eye on that? Because I imagine that's going to change now. I don't know if one of these tabs is the bracket. Okay, I think we're getting sent it now, so we can keep an eye on it.
What do you mean, like where everybody is right now, or
no? For like once the bracket starts playing out, so we can see what the scores are at, who's playing who. Just make sure I keep an eye on when they get posted.
Yeah, okay. Typically chat updates me. Chat's really good at that, because I mean we can only watch one game at a time. This was a very good super drop for Nick in Co. It should be hot, and you can already see all the red dots. But nice pistol kills coming in. But Evan and Swagger down, and this might get a little messy. It's very messy.
Yeah, this is what we were talking about. Yeah, this is super.
Okay, all right.
People everywhere.
Drop.
So now this is so different though, because you're already using all of your gulags early. They do walk away with that with 2 kills, but it's a 2-game matchup as we mentioned. So
and they're going up
one dud.
So I'll pull that game
so
up.
One dud can be so painful. They're gonna have to clutch up now. So what do you do now? So if you lose super off drop, like wow, I mean you just gotta play it safe and regain now, right? No one has.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if this wasn't a tournament or if this was a kill race, I'd be going back to super. But yeah, Swag and you lose, Nick loses, and this might be over before it starts.
All right, Evan.
It's all on Evan.
Well,
it is all on Evan.
He might be the best player in the world. The pressure is on now, and he's able to win it. So, I don't know. Do you go for Scav, most wanted?
Yeah, you gotta get a Scav. Yeah. Scav to quickly regain, but this is not a good start whatsoever.
Well, it's nearly the worst start ever.
Yeah.
Well, outside of if Evan lost that, that would have been worst case scenario. But now, how quickly can Evan get them back in the mix? I mean, he's got quite a bit of time till they're going to have loadout coming in. Just get on your Scav grind and pray to the COD gods that no one's here to hunt you down.
Yeah, I mean, with the drop was like a north to south, so he should be okay.
I can't believe
Yeah,
but of course, you just never know.
Just drop that thing.
Yeah, I think it's horrible.
Literally throw it on the ground. There's no point to even carry that. Unless there's some secret way to use it that I haven't learned yet.
No, there isn't. There's not a secret way to use it.
The single worst weapon that's ever been in a first-person shooter.
Maybe?
it's the same way right now.
I don't know. I don't know how it works. I think it fuses me. Oh, well, that's actually clutch. Get some plates going.
Okay. All right, so I have Karma stream up. They're getting started. They are getting into their first game. But yeah, you're talking about you got to make a lot of money quick. Looks like he's up to $4,300, and no money from that box. So he's got to keep looking. And looks like there's a team behind him fighting.
It's 2 games.
Deep Promenade.
Is that bad though? Great.
Yeah, it's terrible, bro. It'll fix itself every now and then.
Yeah, it's just a regain, and what can they do? And I'll keep an eye on Karma. Karma's team has a similar drop where if they do go super, it should be really, really hot. But I'll keep you updated.
About mine earlier, they were saying the same shit.
Well, if you're a Nick MERCS fan, you were hoping they run into madness there. That is for sure. But now he can get somebody back in. He's got a buy close by to work with. And now he's just really hoping there is nobody in the vicinity of this buy.
Oh, lovely.
As Nick looks like he is still just dumbfounded by how this started out.
Yeah, I think just quickly it you know, it got messy for them just very quickly. It's like one person loses, another person loses. You get scarred real quick. And I will be honest with you, Clint, Karma is the last one alive right now, and the same thing just happened. So it is a full reset for Karma's team as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
a complete full reset.
That is legitimately best case scenario. It's weird to me though, because I feel like
so many people alive right now.
they must not have known. Because had I known, if any of one of my chat had said this was a scenario for Nick, I'm dropping safe and getting loadout. No chance I'm going Superstore. Post up any sort of decent game. There's no point to take that gamble.
Let's go, baby.
Come on.
At least that's how I view it. Like, why risk it and go super? If you already know, there's more than likely a dud on the other side.
Oh, I got fucking erased.
Well, I mean, maybe they're thinking you have a good start, and hopefully they don't lose 3 gulags, right? I mean, that's better. That's a better start than what they had. It looks like Bacon won his gulag. Now I'm watching Karma. I'll see if he wins his. Is Nick's back and they're getting regained.
I've heard that Karma has not lost a single gulag on this game.
Did you just cast or jinx him?
Oh, I hope not. I was just making that up entirely. Oh no, please don't lose. I'm sorry.
He didn't.
My controller is so bugged.
See, I told you.
This is a brand new fucking controller.
That's confidence. All right, so they're regaining right now. Loadout's gonna be dropping for them in about 2 minutes. We're gonna go over to Karma's POV as they try to get back into it. So, quite the opposite of what we saw from Nick's squad. Everyone here is able to clutch up in their gulag. Still waiting to see what happens with Fluffy Hippo, but he wins it. So all 4 of them are able to take it.
Oh shit, there's
And
a
that's
guy on
huge.
me.
Just make sure. I mean, the big difference here is instead of all of that money going towards buybacks, it goes towards loadout. So you get loadout, you get hunting a little bit faster. But it really
I will
just
say landing here. This could be Bacon's found one. So like this isn't this is a drop point for a lot of teams. A lot of people go neighborhood. A lot of people drop here right outside of TV. So yeah, this is not safe. Where Evan may have dropped safe, they chose not to. This is a contested area, but maybe you're hoping people probably still don't have loadout yet. You can win fights with default guns.
Yeah, I'm not even sure why they picked this particular spot. If there was
Well, a lot of people land bank, like the banks, because I believe there's like a higher money spawn. At least that's what Bob told us.
Bob tells me that all the time, and every time I go, there's no money. So I
agree, but yeah, I think that's what a lot of people think.
Only thing you're guaranteed to find in bank is like 2 trophies.
You're getting pushed.
Yeah.
Ollie.
I am.
Yeah, by the.
There's always like a bunch of trophies or deadies.
Going to Holly.
You're not wrong.
Is someone at gas or no?
Oh man,
I forgot to check on my chicken fingers order. What's going on? They haven't hit in a while.
Jeez.
Ooh, 11 to 17 minutes. Ooh.
Ooh, that's a long time
Well,
though, dude.
if I just go quiet for a while, it's because I ordered 10 chicken fingers and 2 orders of fries. Now, I don't want to eat those all at once. I'm going to, have it today, have it tomorrow. You just got to make sure I get on the Peloton tonight, bud. That's your job.
Yeah,
Make sure I do.
have you been sticking with that, by the way? How have you been?
The past 2 days, I've not been good, but I was really good for weeks.
More?
Well, what's the problem here? We need to fix this.
Too much streaming and not enough sleep. I'm gonna fix it. I promise. I'm fixing it. I'm doing it tonight.
All right. Well, Fluffy Hippo, he goes off.
There's a buy station there too.
Damon with the rocket is able to find a kill. So yeah, in a much better spot, and they have more kills. They probably have 10 plus already.
Drop my money. Here, just come get the loadout.
All right, let's go over to Super Evan now. He's the champion of the Nick Mercs squad as he was able to bring them all back. He is in trouble though, and he tries to get out. Wow, he gets hit so low. But he's at least able to dip out, plate up, and re-engage this squad close by. But there's what? Ending second or ending first circle, 70-some people left, so it's dying out pretty quick. And they got CDL jerseys on them.
Mm-hmm. It's Toronto though, right? So I guess that's not as bad.
Yeah, they're down.
That's what we need, boys. That's what we need.
Handle it. But now they gotta fly. I mean, you're at 70.
UAV, Nick.
Where Karma was still around 100. Yeah, they're still at 100. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know about fly. I think you still just play for the win. You still have another game to worry about. But I almost think you don't play too crazy just because you don't have
never know.
logs. Like you don't have a safety net. Yeah.
Hey, guy to our left in the open.
On me, guys.
never know what's gonna happen in the other person's game.
Yes.
Duckson, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, this guy's.
Oh my
but
God.
their loadout where they could get ghost isn't
I got one guy running across the street.
all that close
Yo,
by.
it's
There's a
Brownie, it's
threat
Brownie,
on
watch
Nick
Brownie,
as well as
Brownie's
he's getting hunted.
I clustered.
What color is Nick? Orange.
Dead.
Nice shots. Quality beams there with the M4.
Your bounty is on blue. Or green.
Because they've
Bounty is
actually
green.
found a lot more action than I thought they would in this area, but because of circle, they're getting what, the boneyard action. Anyone that dropped out.
A lot of people actually do drop promenade side. Like they do. Like there's always two
Well,
to three teams that land there.
I guess I more meant like he didn't really see anything when he dropped to get scav. Like it didn't seem like there was much action here at all. And now they've
Guys, I'm gonna
found
bring you our
multiple
next bounty,
teams.
and-
Well, there was the one team behind them. Yeah, they probably caught on rotation. Then, like you said, boneyard maybe,
That's
and
them,
then
that's them.
maybe someone goes all the way down to what is that park all the way down there.
Yeah, they are lower. They're at the shed. I got one.
We're gonna go back over to Nick, see if he's headbutt his webcam yet. Almost.
Not yet.
Oh, tomorrow,
Not yet though.
Almost. Yeah, that's like a
So Evan was on 6. He's on 5.
swag just dropped.
Hold on, guys. I don't know. I killed him. I killed that guy.
I'm 2-bar threat right now.
I got him.
bro. Jesus
He's right
Christ.
here. Oh, it's Yuli. Jesus.
I don't know where he got lit up from.
Swag, are you good?
He's gotta be going top red, bro.
I got down, yeah.
Looking.
But I like this. Just reposition, try to get some kind of
I
height.
see him. I see him. He just ran over here. He ran over
Did
here.
you just see him there? Yeah. Okay. I thought he did.
Blitz?
Mhm.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
Here.
God damn.
We're good, boys. We're good. Just
Let's see if they can
don't
ramp
change the way
this
we're fucking
up.
playing. We gotta go
No,
back to
definitely
how-
not. This kid's gonna be close here somewhere.
But I mean, good regain for the most part. You've salvaged what you can. I don't even want to know how many times, like lately with these lobbies, like you die early in super and you just never get loadout. Because you try to regain, next thing you know, you've got UAVs popped everywhere, loadout teams flying at you. Like,
Guy is up top over here, by the way.
but as quality of a regain as they could have had.
Top right on green.
Yeah, you can get bullied.
Push this
I'm
guy.
going with you.
Oh, yeah.
He's above you. Above you. Above you. Down.
So this guy might have been that team they killed earlier, drop back for his
Yeah, I might
stuff.
have dropped back. Yeah,
You
I didn't even know there was a staircase there. I'm learning. Okay.
I'm with you, Nick.
Dead.
Nice.
Nice, good play.
All right, top red still.
Yes, it's only one guy. That's only one guy, though. I wouldn't worry about him too much. Let's just go zone. Go safe.
So what? This is pulling
Hey, Nick, drop your
kind of downtown Park Port.
Or you're gonna buy something? Here you go.
Yeah, I need
Cash.
Hopefully they can find a lot of kills without having to worry about downtown.
Fucking plates all game.
Yeah, at least they didn't have a crazy rotation, right? Like he goes promenade, they have to go like northwest or northeast.
I'm getting on top hotel.
They get caught rotating over.
Like,
True,
The red
yeah.
one or the tall
This
last one?
this one right here on
Okay.
on gold.
I'll come with you.
Joe, if I ever play in one of these with you, I'm just gonna run
Uh-huh.
around I'm gonna literally do recons by myself the entire time. While you guys go
Why?
kill people. So I'm just gonna set you guys up for success, man. You're gonna know right where to go. I'm gonna do
Oh, that's
recons and
dumb.
scavs the whole time. I'm not even gonna shoot my gun. I'm just gonna do recons and scavs.
I think that's pretty dumb, Clint, because it's a kill race, and fourth person getting kills helps.
Nope. I'm just gonna show you guys where the best position is and make sure you always have money at all times for your
Oh, never
super
mind.
talented plays.
Sounds like where you were never going to play with you then.
That's very hurtful. And you know I have
It's
a tender
not
heart.
hurtful. I mean, that's the way it is if you're going to be playing that way.
Right there.
You know I have a tender heart.
No, you know, if you ever played one of these, you'd be on 300 milligrams of caffeine, just absolutely twisted with your sniper, just locked in, baby.
Yeah, you're correct.
Throw your money, come on.
Oh, I just got a chicken finger update. 1 sec.
Okay.
Oh, I got picked up. Let's go.
Let's go, baby. We love that.
Before they
I'm looking at
fucking
it.
erase me.
Yep.
Well, I'm just gonna be up here. I just want to stay up.
I'm so excited for that.
I'm gonna break what you have.
You hear that, Clint? They're going to let you take a break.
Oh, so I can eat my chicken fingers? Heck yes.
Yeah. Big boy.
Yeah, I haven't really eaten anything today. I gotta,
Got the bounty.
you know,
Back the other way.
get my healthy lunch or dinner in. Chicken fingers and fries.
W.
Yeah, super
We should
healthy.
start heading to that bounty.
Yeah,
It's
high
like
in,
the same thing as a salad.
high in vitamins.
We'll grab a UAV.
Dude, imagine if chicken fingers and fries were good for you. Woo!
Wow, I'd be healthy.
Where's
Ah, yeah, same.
I'd be real healthy. I'll be honest with you.
He's top.
on UAV.
Is he on a 1600 sub train as well?
Top yellow.
There's only one guy.
Yeah. Yeah, well, it's
No,
I
that's
just
how
wanna-
many. That's how much in a day.
Oh,
It's like
day.
it's a
I think
daily
I asked
sub-
that. I think I asked that every time, and you tell me that.
Yeah.
All right. Well, as I currently think about how I just want to be Nick for a day, let's head over to Karma
To the right.
and see what position they're in. They were in a pretty good spot last time we checked it out.
Their lobby's down a little bit quicker than Nick's, though.
Gavin there. Probably
Look at 20 person difference right now.
could do it real quick. We knew.
Well, and if they're ahead, let's say, I don't know, 10 or
10,
so kills,
15
which we
kills,
think is
yeah.
probably the case, then yeah, it might end up kind of lining up pretty well.
It should be about 10 to 15. Because they really haven't had to leave this area ever since they regained. Now just trying to do a scav. You can see not a ton of money. Holly's down. They got enough to res her.
These guys.
But even just in general, just to get your bank up, get self revives. Well, they all have that, but in case something goes wrong, you have it.
Yeah, no, scavs are
We have enough for.
scavs are great. I almost wish like
Yeah, get me before you get the last
Stopped
one.
it.
when they changed it, so you didn't really get money out of chests, they just added more scavs. Like I feel like if there were a lot more scavs, it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But
Well, there used to
I-
be more. It's just they added most wanted. That's the problem.
No, they didn't come
yeah,
back.
well, yeah, that's that's probably a big part of it. But it's just, dude, there's nothing worse than when you're trying to regain. You're flying out in your parachute. You look at the map, the mark of scav, and there's not a single one. It's like, all right, well.
There's only 16 crowns. Yeah.
Pop UAV.
Send recon.
They're on it. They're on all.
All right, so they got a full team. Was that low stadium?
Yeah, there's 4.
I imagine it
dots
was.
underneath.
Yeah.
I think they were fighting under it.
This fight, it's weird. Like
Oh,
I always
see
think this
them.
push towards people low stadium should be like a really
Yeah,
easy
they're
fight,
pushing.
but it's like,
Oh, there's so many
Us?
positions. There's a lot of
yeah,
headies.
exactly.
Yeah,
there's like a
lot of
million,
headies.
a
All
million
the little
headies.
walls. There's the stairs you can use.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good positioning, honestly.
I almost always fly at this thinking like, oh, we have high ground. They're low stadium. This is easy, and then it's just never
Flash.
super easy.
There's a lot of these crates and
Right near
boxes
you,
around
Holly.
that you can, heady. You see what Holly's doing, bacon.
Yeah, they're pushing up the stairs right now.
But from what I've watched
Pushing you, Brady.
from these guys and what I've seen scoreboard wise, they just let Fluffy Hippo just run around. Like they do like a 3-1 split, and he just runs and tries
Get
to
up.
kill everything.
Yeah.
So while
I didn't-
he might be on 7 or 8,
Bounty's coming. Bounty's coming.
like
Actually,
Hippo might be on like 15.
I didn't even realize he's not with them right now. Is he just like
Yeah, no,
dominating
he's
downtown?
been doing that. Yeah, he was one of the guys that won the
Oh, yeah,
Chipotle
yeah,
qualifier, or the last Chipotle one.
Oh yes, that's why I recognize the name.
Yeah,
I knew I recognized
is
it. I
it
couldn't remember what it was called.
Scumming? I think it is Scumming. I'm pretty sure.
Yes.
Maybe a
yes.
solo
Okay,
bound.
that's why I remember that. Because yeah, I casted that. It's just been that was months and months ago.
Because he has a 6.7 KD. Yeah, no, I get it.
don't
He's
know if
good.
he's solo.
I understand.
He's running. Going to the buy, I think.
So he's just running around frying.
Yeah.
Well, let's see if they can get this bounty. Get a little bit more cash flow. Nice snipe. I don't.
He's under me at PD.
Bacon just got sniped from somewhere, I think. It looked like he just dropped.
Yeah. All right, looks like he's under it, the way Damon's playing this. Yeah.
What? I just got.
Oh, Holly's down too.
Right.
Uh-oh.
It's so
There's
weird.
trouble.
Like, it's so weird watching this without audio because I feel so confused right now of like where they're getting dropped from. Obviously, Karma probably knows the situation a whole heck of a lot better.
This might be trouble.
I think he's gonna try and maybe work over and get one. But yeah, it looks like he's thinking about him. Please, it's risky. It looks like he's got it.
Yeah, Fluffy Hippo just died as well. He had 7,500. He had bulk of their money. This is a tough spot being in downtown. You'd love to get that bounty though, 5,700 each. That put them there, but that expires. So bit of a tough spot.
All right, Joe. I've just been
How
alerted
many were at?
that my dinner has
Go get it.
arrived.
Go
So
get
if
it.
we
Yep.
can go to a quick break, I would love to, just so I can eat as fast as possible and get back
You
to
go
the
ahead.
action.
I'll talk. You go ahead. Go ahead. I'll talk.
As a top
Yeah.
stadium guy?
I'll talk with chat. I don't mind hanging out with chat. I love chat. Keeping them updated. It looks like Nick has 21 left. He's on 12 kills. If we want, actually, if we could go to their game just to see how they finish and then hop back over before Karma finishes game 1, that'd be great. Just so we can keep an update on their scores.
Got you.
Hmm.
Nice. Good job, Lee.
Wait, is there another team? Or is that.
That's it.
Well, Nick's fighting low stadium as well. Up to 12.
All right, we're gonna win this game, but we really should, I think we should try to get every fucking kill.
6 teams left, 18 remaining.
Only 14 left.
I mean, yeah, we have to win this game. We really don't have a choice. We have to.
We're gonna win.
And everybody alive. Money is healthy.
I'm gonna call mine in.
I'm going to this buy up
And I
here.
think at this point,
I'll have anything
probably
else
just
I get.
trying to hunt what they can.
They're ghosted. They're right. They're right here.
This is a pretty big circle for 17
I'm
left.
gonna buy precision before we get into this. Hold on.
I hear him shooting.
For a minute, it felt like this lobby was staying alive, staying healthy, and then all of a sudden, down to 17. Probably a team, what, farmland, maybe a team near prison. Looks like they cleared out most of stadium and most of downtown rotation, so they're going to head up this way.
Ryan him. Oh, I missed everything, bro.
Down the guy in the air.
The guy flying down.
Last team should have to fight Mercury and Maven for the W. I agree. The final boss.
There's one more lower. There's one more where Nick was shooting at.
Yeah, I'm going right. Is he in the ravine, Nick? Could he?
No, let's say they're just trying to spot him.
Oh, I don't see him.
Dead.
That wasn't
Here,
it.
another one, another one.
That's
Nice,
him.
Lee.
They're just playing together right now, just trying to pick up kills.
Okay.
Does anyone in chat know how many total kills they have?
Like deep here or something.
Yeah, we can get across. Let's get across.
That would be awesome if you guys could figure that out, because you guys are my you're my co-caster at the moment, chat.
We can hug right.
As Maven eats 28 chicken fingers and thousands of French fries.
Oh no, because then we're gonna leave all the kills.
Yes,
Guys,
I do, I
It's
do.
so good.
Come on.
They're all here.
There is
We
a
have to
team
push it. We have to push it.
there is
this
guys
a little
to
bit.
the right. There's a guy back on
A
top of
box
stadium,
just
bro.
dropped here, so someone's gonna be on that gold ping.
Yeah, there's-
Evan has 18, so 30.
Guy top stadium as well.
Yes.
44, but that's without Uleet's kills. Not sure how many he has. All right, well, thank you. All right. So decent.
Where y'all at? It's only one guy over there, right? Or no?
I'd love to get the win points as well.
No, I saw one pinging. I'm just gonna wait right here. Yeah, they're gonna come for this box, I think. I'm gonna get in this building.
As this game has slowed down drastically, everybody just trying to find what they can, hold this circle.
These guys are definitely coming. Okay, I'm
A
going.
very interesting endgame circle, sort of in the open outside of stadium,
They go down already?
like right on that cross through that ravine.
Yeah, they're moving.
Okay.
And just as I was talking about that ravine, someone's trying to go for it. You see the crack come in. Nick, some nice shots with that VLK scope, able to take one down. And here comes the rest of his team.
There's two down. Watch your back, you.
Running of the Bulls.
Trying to look at me, bro.
Another one.
That is some confidence right there.
Gold ping, gold ping.
That might be the only gun in Call of Duty history where you would fight a sniper at that range. Is the Grawl. I will be honest.
I'm watching all our backs.
My fucking airstrike's broken.
As his teammates are looking to clean that up, and he's just worried about behind him. Looks like Uleet might have spotted someone the way he's reacting.
Dead. Okay, dead. All dead.
Enemy UAV overhead. They're here. They're on us.
Comment.
I pegged that guy. He's no armor. No armor, swag. Right in front.
Down.
And well, they were able to spot him. Knocks down two. Some nice shots out of Nick, and this should almost be it.
He's one bullet. In the bushes somewhere. Up by the thing.
Up by Nick. You should see him.
That team's in the gas. One more left. Nice shots by Nick. They're still looking for one more. That guy's got smoke coming out of his butt.
All right, lad. This guy's on
And they're
top
looking for one.
stadium.
That's me. I'm just trying to see if grab some. You guys got any plates?
Yes.
I mean, yeah.
You need place?
Yeah, Nick. I need like one or two.
I see him. He's in the open. In front of you.
Where's he at?
Right.
Oh yeah. Okay. Come here, you little turkey.
And he's found him.
He ran back.
It's all right. So we'll just have to tally it on up. But I think they still get the victory points as well. It's not just kills. It's victory points.
He's just running.
Okay. Same scoring. Okay.
All right, yo, fuck, goddamn, huh? Man.
He's going to pull up the scoreboard.
I got you guys.
Yes, that was all you, bro.
36. So 44.
Oh,
So,
all right, what do we got? Is it bad?
yeah. Hopping back over. We're